Hey everybody, I just wanted to pop on here real quick and explain a few things about this video before it begins. And the first thing is this video was actually recorded live. Yeah, most of my reactions that I do are actually done live. I just like to do it. That way I have a crowd of people and we can bounce ideas off each other, and it's just more fun for me, honestly. That's why I do it. But I don't have chat up on screen the entire time because I don't want it to be distracting, and I don't want you to think that I'm talking to myself. I'm not that crazy. Getting there, but not quite there yet. Another thing about this video is the video is titled BTS versus boy bands. I'm not exactly a fan of that. I'm not exactly a fan of shitting on other fandoms or making them feel bad or less than, or that their musical taste are any less worthy than my own, because they're not. They're not. It's okay to like whoever you like, and if you're passionate about your musical group, I feel I'm happy for you. Go and do it. That's totally cool. I'm really against this fandom versus fandom battle that I see a lot online nowadays. It's not a good thing to do. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for the artist or for yourself or for other people. And I do not support that. So I don't want you thinking putting this video out or reacting to it in a way is me trying to ignite any sort of fandom war or anything. I have no interest whatsoever in doing that. However, in this video, there are a couple groups that do speak badly about BTS. And since I'm passionate about BTS and I'm a passionate ARMY member, I do share my opinion pretty cold-heartedly, and I'm a little aggressive with it. But hey, you threw the first punch. All right. And that's pretty much about it. If you're interested in checking out a live show, the link to the Twitch is down below. I do live reaction Wednesdays. We do BTS content all the time. Come check us out. Come hang out. If you're wondering when these things happen, join the Discord, community full of thousands of people, mostly BTS fans nowadays. And we all kind of just get together, and it's constantly popping off. Check out the Discord. And then finally, if you do like the video and you like any of my other stuff and you want to help keep the lights on around here, there is a Patreon down there, but that's only if you really enjoy what we're doing. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful night, and I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye now. Hey everybody, hello and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be checking out BTS versus boy bands coming back from the Brohas City YouTube page. Now, you may or may not know, I've dived into their YouTube page a little bit and touched on some of the topics that they've written video essays about, and this one is very much requested on my end, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to check it out. So what do you say we get right on into it?
It's not very clear in which moment exactly BTS exploded in the US.
I seriously forgot what I gotta say.
Because their success is more the result of an increasing growth rather than a hit song or event. However, since their first appearance on an American award show at the 2017 BBMAs and their US TV debut at the 2017 AMAs, it was clear that they became the biggest boy band in America and in the world. However, this was seen as a fluke. Many believe that since One Direction did not exist anymore, the industry needed a new boy band just like them to replace them. History showed that it had always been this way. BTS was just a random group that became the most popular only because there were no other options available, right?
What? Disagree.
The Western music industry had several attempts to create their next big boy band. The Miami-based boy band CNCO debuted the same month One Direction announced their hiatus, and
I've never even heard of CNCO.
they were also formed like them in a TV music competition. Although they tried gaining a Latin American audience first, which by the way they succeeded at that, the group eventually had eyes on an American audience. Reason why they did many interviews in American media and released versions of their songs featuring English-speaking artists such as Little Mix and Meghan Trainor. Even though CNCO had a couple of hits in Latin America, they couldn't break into the American music industry. Forever in Your Mind was another boy band formed in a TV music competition that tried to fill the empty boy band space. Actually, it was the same competition which formed One Direction, The X Factor, but this time in its American version. Even Disney put money on them and signed them to their label. Their promotion included appearances as guest actors on Disney shows, releases of Disney songs medleys, and playing their songs on Radio Disney and their music videos on the Disney Channel.
Does anybody in chat know about these bands? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just realizing chat's not on the screen, so people watching this later won't be able to see it. Have you guys ever heard of these bands? This is kind of new to me. Like, all right, so BTS is technically a boy band or a boy group because it's a group of boys or men together doing something, but it feels disingenuous to kind of pigeonhole them as a boy group. I don't consider BTS a boy group. I think it's more of a, this is going to sound pretentious, but a movement as sorts. Yeah, that sounds real pretentious, but I stand by that opinion. Let's continue.
Despite all of this, the group saw almost no success in the industry. The British trio New Hope Club was also formed at the end of 2015 by a new label created by the group The Bumps. Simon Cowell, who formed One Direction, formed the American-Canadian boy band Pretty Much in 2016.
Oh no!
Success as well. The American boy band Why Don't We was also formed in 2016, but when Atlantic Records decided to sign them in 2017, it was too late. BTS had already stepped foot in America. There were clearly many attempts to fill the space of the biggest boy band in the world, but none of them could fill the title. There were many options, and the public chose BTS, an Asian group from South Korea who didn't sing in English and who was not signed by an American label. While these labels intensely debuted their boy bands from the beginning of 2016 to the end of 2017, BTS took these couple of years to continue growing little by little in the Western music industry. However,
meanwhile, all those labels, I can guarantee, are just focusing on their sound design and their trending hits and basically trying to recreate that and not focusing on the cultivation of these 7 boys over 10 years and growing them as artists. Everybody forgot that part and just said, hey, what's trending? And tried to following that. And completely missed out on the big picture of why this band is so successful.
However, because the many failed attempts didn't reach the general public, the Western music industry was still thinking that BTS's success in America was a fluke.
Everybody did. That's the thing, man. Even me a year ago, not knowing who they were, like I thought, oh, okay, there must be this new trending thing. It might just be this new shiny thing that everybody is like fascinated right now, and then in a month later we'll be fascinated by something else. Nobody was expecting this sort of dedication and this sort of fandom and this sort of connection between artist and the fans. To this day people are confused by it, and as they should be, because it is a complete anomaly, as it should be. All right, because there's steps and there's processes to their growth and their development as not only people, but as artists. And then seeing that cultivate together and just grow through their albums is something it's just never been done in this artistic medium. And that is something to be celebrated. And it's something that people completely forget about.
New boy bands cannot compete against them, then the comeback of all boy bands definitely can. This is why when BTS started receiving all the American awards for the group categories, there was a wave of dead boy bands coming back.
I actually like that song.
The Jonas Brothers reunited on March of 2019 after a 6-year breakup. Their comeback song Sucker became the biggest song of their career as a group, debuting at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The promotion for this song was huge. The brothers had interviews.
When did Sucker come out and when did DNA come out? We got to find out right now. The song Sucker and DNA. Does anybody know? Quick question in chat. Anybody that's a Jonas Brothers fan, or obviously we're all BTS fans here, but I'm a sucker for you. Did that come out before or after DNA? Does anybody know real quick? I know I'm asking. All right, DNA is 2017. Does anybody know when Jonas Brothers' Sucker came out? September 2017. So Sucker came out beforehand? 2000. I'm sorry, I just completely missed it. So in 2019, Jonas Brothers' Sucker came out, and in 2017, DNA came out. Am I right on that? Sorry, I'm getting a little conflicting information. Okay. Interesting. So, okay. So as somebody that's worked in the industry and somebody that has followed trends and worked with artists as a producer in trying to cultivate their career based off of what is selling now, because that's what labels will pay you for, it's interesting to see the whistle harmonic It's interesting to see that upswing. It's interesting to see that sort of inspiration, even though it might not be given credit. Interesting. This is the stuff people will forget about. This is the stuff people will gloss over and be like, oh, okay, it's just kind of the same thing. And it will put the Jonas Brothers and BTS in the same exact category, even though they are leagues apart. They are leagues apart. Both successful on their own, but you have the Jonas Brothers and then you have this movement. They were altering the trends before they even knew they were altering the trends. Or maybe they did. Maybe they even knew that they did. But they were humble about it and they just let it happen.
With many radio and TV stations, they appeared every day on The Late Late Show with James Corden from March 4th to March 7th. But most importantly, the song was played so much on radio that it became the #1 song on US radio at the moment. It looked like they were going to take the crown for the biggest boy band like back in their day, but only...
Oh yeah, no hate towards Jonas Brothers at all. That's not what I'm saying. A lot of times, like they're stuck in contracts, they're stuck in feedback loops of what they need to do to pay back a certain debt that they've acquired by being recognized by that label. So don't take this as a swipe to Jonas Brothers one way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, interesting is all.
Only 2 months after their comeback, BTS released Boy With Love. And the Jonas Brothers' popularity was shallow. The industry didn't quit though. The Chicago Tribune even released an article predicting BTS's downfall because the Jonas Brothers are back, and just in time to show the BTSs of the world how it's really done. The prediction failed completely. Because of Sucker and Boy With Love, both groups were rightfully nominated for the Best Group and Group of the Year categories at the Kid Choice Awards, the MTV Europe Music Awards, the MTV Video Music Awards, the American Music Awards, and the Billboard Music Awards.
Now, doesn't one of the Jonas Brothers have that song Levels? Am I correct on that? I think one of the Jonas Brothers have a song called, a solo project called Levels, and they play instruments and they're pretty good. And I literally have nothing bad to say about them. So I really don't want my comments to come across as like I'm anti Jonas Brothers, because some of the stuff I've heard from them is pretty interesting. And I do enjoy their style, but it's just different is all. Yes, Nick Jonas. That song Levels fucking rocks, dude. It really does. It's pretty awesome. That heavy, thick bass, like, dude, it's pretty experimental too. Like, it's to be respected. So I literally do not have any bad comments at all towards Jonas Brothers of my limited information of this band.
Additionally, both music videos were nominated at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. BTS won 5 of the 6 categories where the Jonas Brothers were also nominated. The same thing happened the next year, only that this time, the Jonas Brothers received less nominations than in their comeback year. This is because even though their comeback song was big, their next big single didn't get far. It couldn't even get to #1 on iTunes because of BTS's surprise release of Black Swan. The nostalgia was gone.
Well, dude, come on. There's no competition. Yeah, you're not going to compete with Black Swan.
Compared to the Jonas Brothers, the many other comebacks that will follow seem extremely small. The British boy band JLS announced a comeback in 2019, reuniting after a 6-year split. By 2020, the group signed a record deal with BMG, and they released their comeback album in 2021, which peaked at #4 in UK charts. In 2021,
Cabbage, do you know about that's a UK thing? Cabbage, do you know about that group? I've never heard of them. They were big in the UK. All right, cool. Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. I didn't get any wind of them over here in America.
the American boy band Big Time Rush announced that if one of their posts gets 500,000 likes, they will come back. They have not reached that number of likes till this day, but they had a...
that's so bad to do. That's so bad to do. You can't do one of those posts being like, if I get however many likes in this post, I'll go and do something. I don't know. To me, that just seems a little, again, no hate towards this band because I know nothing about them and I'm completely out of my wheelhouse, and I do not want to attack them if I don't know anything about them. I just don't like that. If I get X amount of likes on this thing, I'll do this thing. I think that's just kind of weird. I don't like it.
Comeback anyways, breaking their 8-year hiatus. Their comeback song made no appearances on charts, but it peaked at number 10 on US iTunes, while their second single peaked at 32.
But again, it could also be run by, management of social media. It might not even be them. So again, like I don't want to make it seem like I'm attacking anybody here because I just don't know them.
Wanted announced their comeback in 2021 after a 7-year hiatus with a new single, a greatest hits album, and a tour. And most recently, British boyband Union J announced the comeback of the group in 2022 with its original members after many replacements and disbandments. Of course, not all of these groups intended to surpass BTS, like The Wanted, for example, who were just trying to reunite with their fans and donate to charities in honor of their member Tom Parker, who got diagnosed with cancer and sadly passed away recently.
Oh, it's horrible.
However, in some other cases,
I've heard of The Wanted, but I don't think I've heard any of their music. I had no idea. Oh, God, that's horrible. I'm glad they kind of came back for the right charitable reasons. That's kind of sweet.
Criticism and blatant jealousy was clear. Not only jealousy that they did not become the most popular boy band, but jealousy that an Asian group were the ones winning that title. These groups, their labels, and the Western music industry believe that even though BTS is bigger than these groups ever were, the world needs a proper boy band. And by proper boy band, they mean a white boy band.
I feel like that's like a different, like they
Wait, what? Hold on, that sentence is a bit to unpack. Is this like an Asian hate thing? I don't know if I agree with this.
Did not become the most popular boy band, but jealousy that an Asian group were the ones winning that title. These groups, their labels, and the Western music industry believe that even though BTS is bigger than these groups ever were, the world needs a proper boy band.
Proper boy band. And by proper boy band, they mean a white boy band. Really? God, I'd hate to disagree with this. I mean, as a person, as me, Jim, yeah, I disagree with this statement. But there is, dude, over here in America, we do have a bit of a thing with some cultures that aren't exactly super white. So I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it.
And by proper boy band, they mean a white boy band.
I feel like it's like a different, like they belong in a different genre on their own, because I feel like there still needs to be like a European or an American boy band to be at the top.
Why? Why does it have to be an American or European band at the top? Why? This is the thing that's confusing to people. Why? Oh, okay, all right. So because it's not the status quo, it can't be at the top? What? No, they don't need to be. Labels are going to push it that way, and yeah, certain management companies are going to push it that way to supposedly make it more marketable. But the thing these fucking assholes don't understand is they don't understand marketing to the point of this kind of movement. They don't understand this kind of cultivation. They don't understand this kind of connection. They just see the fucking numbers and the trends. Holy shit. Like, I get it. I get it. Who's this? Whatever this band is here. Yeah, they see it from the point of view from their PR people and their marketer and the people at the label telling them exactly what they're looking for to make their things sell and them to stay on the album. And that's the thing that fucking sucks. But don't regurgitate that bullshit. Come on, dude.
I can't get behind it. I don't understand what they're saying.
I got it. I got it.
Come on.
What, you can't get behind the fact that because they're not fucking European or American, they can't top a chart, they can't do anything creative or new or unique? Is that what you're saying, or are you just regurgitating what your fucking manager told you to regurgitate?
The world needs a proper boy band, and by proper boy band, they mean a white boy band.
I feel like that's like a different, like they belong in a different genre on their own, because I feel like there still needs to be like a European or an American boy band to be at the top.
They're good dancers.
I can't get behind it. I don't understand what they're saying.
I got it. I got it.
Come on.
Okay, there's this guy over here is seeing the artistic integrity, I think, and I think this person is speaking for the band. Who the fuck is this artist? Oh my God! Whoever this band is, they're trying to stay in their good graces of their label.
I can't go to a concert and not understand a word I'm listening. Another boy band that probably sings in American has to exist alongside them. The girls are singing in Korean, and I don't even know if they know what they're singing, but they're doing it.
Do you think there's room for all these boy bands that are out now to succeed?
I think what.
Nope. No, there's not, because you're going to have BTS up here and you're going to have the other boy bands just kind of down here, just trickling by, sucking off the teat of what they hope that they could fucking accomplish. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What is this show? Zach Gang show? Fuck these people. Fuck these people. Oh my God, dude.
I don't understand what they're saying.
I got it.
Okay, so you don't understand the language. Okay, that's one of the fucking cool mediums you come behind. Is like at first you get sucked in. You're like, oh, cool. All right, I like this song, or I like this melody, or hey, man, this song makes you feel a certain way. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, maybe I just want to know their names. Okay, well, I just want to know their names. Okay, well, now I just want to kind of know what they're saying. Oh, shit, that's actually kind of deep. Okay, well, now I want to understand the structural integrity of this art form moving forward. And then all of a sudden you're fucking, you're 20 feet under the ocean of an artistic integrity that's moving forward, and you're like, oh shit, this is not just a silly little boy band dancing around trying to get like young girls hot and horny. It's actually just this major moving forward thing, you know? And that's just something that's just not even done in this medium, and should be taken as something that's almost completely outside of it, and it should be studied for fucking decades to hope to God that you might recreate something that has 1/10 of the integral value of what this is. But nah, they're easy targets. They're Asian. They're not white, so they don't know.
Because I feel like there still needs to be like a European or an American boy band to be at the top.
They're good dancers.
I can't get behind it. I don't understand what they're saying.
I got it. I got it.
Come on.
I can't.
Dude, this doesn't even make me angry. This just makes me sad. It just makes me sad. It just makes me sad.
Go to a concert and not understand a word I'm listening.
Why would you go to the concert for somebody that you don't know who they are? And if you know who they are, chances are you're gonna like peek into dual set, you know, and try to understand some of the layers behind this band. That's half the fun, dude. That's half the fun for me as an American person, you know, experiencing this for the first time. Is like, hey man, let's peel back the layers. Let's see what's underneath. Let's see what they're really bringing. Like what kind of integrity is actually there. And once you get to know that, you realize, oh shit, we've been kind of bouncing on the bullshit over here in the West a little bit, and just kind of following trends and kind of just doing the same thing over and over and over. And they got this innovative idea. They have this innovative idea. They've cultivated it in a way that's just completely unique to the outside world. And maybe don't make fun of that. Maybe just be like, oh shit, they're taking it to the next level.
Another boy band that probably sings in American has to exist alongside them. The girls are singing in Korean, and I don't even know if they know what they're singing, but they're doing it.
Do you think there's room for all these boy bands that are out now to succeed?
I think what'll happen is one will become, I mean, it could be
BTS.
us, it could be...
It's gonna be beat. I don't know what the year this came out,
It
but
could be any of them.
Do you think BTS's success in America, because when
They're not being played on the radio.
play is like
Because it's not American.
one of the most
interesting. Okay. Yeah. All right. So they understand. They're in the meetings. They know. They know what the charts are on the radio and everything like that. And luckily, radio is dying. Luckily, this medium is not a big thing anymore. But at least they kind of know.
Boy band fangirls, probably, I would say majority of them aren't over One Direction yet. Like, I think there needs to be an American boy band, and whether it happens in this year or the next 5 years, whenever it happens, it's going to happen, and they're going to live and coincide with BTS because it's two different things. So
are you saying in 2-3 years from now, you think BTS is going to be massive in America like they are currently?
If they make American lyrics.
Oh, come on, dude. Dude, I disagree completely. As much as I enjoy hearing like English translations and stuff, part of me at my core is kind of like, nah, dude, just do it in your native tongue. Do what's like most comfortable to you. As cool as it is to hear, you know, my language, it's not the same thing. Also, yeah.
They'll get played if like Selena Gomez called them up and said, I want to do a song with you. I'll sing American in the
Sing American. They need Selena Gomez. This is what I was saying earlier in the stream today. They have the ability to work with whatever artist that they want to. Do you think that they have any issues working with Selena Gomez? Do you think if the executives from Big Hit called up Selena Gomez's, record or management or whatever and said, hey, even one of these guys wants to work with you, that they would be like any pushback whatsoever? No, because that song would immediately get millions and millions of views. That song would get immediate love. Like, no, people are begging to work with these guys. It's not the other way around. Also, I think it's the English language. I don't think it's American.
Verses, and I just want you to sing the chorus in Korean. That'll get played on the radio. But it's not because BTS is on it. It's because Selena Gomez is singing American on it.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck. Oh, man. They're just giving no credit. Okay. I think it's just this one dude needs to shut up. I think the guy over towards the far right of the screen, in the right hand of, I think where you guys are watching from right now, I think he was like, no, they're dancing good. Oh, no, they're doing whatever. I think one member is a little outspoken, and something happens with artists in their ego where it can be hard to fathom the sort of relationship. And I think that's what's happening here. Hold on, I'm gonna take it back. I think he's being asked if they can take on BTS. Who's this band again? I don't even see what band they are. I don't even know what they are.
Sing American in the verses.
Sing American. You sound so ignorant, dude.
Sing the chorus in Korean. That'll get played on the radio. But it's not.
Dude, fuck the radio.
BTS is on it. It's because Selena Gomez is singing American on it.
BTS songs in English with no features. And, there is some truth to what he is saying, though. A lot of these songs that, we're showing here, Butter, Permission to Dance, and stuff like that. Like, these are songs that were huge in American language. But I honestly, I think it's going to get to the point, and I think it should get to the point, and I think people, as they continue to fall in love with this band, they're going to be like, you know what, we don't even need that language thing. Let's just kind of get over ourselves. And to me, honestly, as a musician and as a fan of just this medium, like hearing, music in a different language and the different enunciations and pronunciations and different delivery of different lines in different languages, like it adds a new layer and something spicy and something cool and different to music besides the syllables that I'm familiar with.
You guys think you're the ones to take BTS to the next level?
No, I'm down. I mean, I do it. That's the.
Oh, I do it. Are you going to take them to the next level? You're going to add them, dude? What are you going to add to the conversation that has not already been said? What do you think that you can add to them besides the fact that you speak American? Fuck you, dude.
Group tried for only 2 years, and because they didn't get immediate results, they quit. They haven't released music since 2018, but just like Victim Rush, they asked for a number of likes to come back.
Oh, they did that stupid thing too, with likes of the comeback. Oh no. Okay, I had no idea who they were. Apparently they're a disbanded band. But yeah, ego goes to your head, man. It goes to your head, and it does some wild things to you. So they said, if we get a number of likes, how many likes was it? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Because they didn't get immediate results, they quit. They haven't released music since 2018, but just like Victim Rush, they asked for a number of likes to come back and didn't reach the
100K likes. Oh shit, dude, that sucks. 100,000 likes and we do a reunion tour. Wow, they only get 13,000. Well, I wonder why. Wow. That's a bummer. And, 5 years has passed without any music. So, I mean, that's a good amount of time. So it might be hard to kind of claw your way up to the top from there.
goal. Not even close.
Hold on a second. I'm missing chat here. Sorry, I'm just kind of spouting off here. Hopefully you guys are agreeing with me. Cabbage says, as a note, Zach is the host. He is cool. He is cool, and he loves BTS and ARMY, and is one of the hosts of BTS respects. Everyone else is not. Yeah, I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this show or anything. I just don't like this segment, I guess.
The racism did not only come from white boy bands. Many of us would think that a Latin American boy band that sings in Spanish would at least understand the struggles of being a foreign artist in America. But that was not the case with this group.
¿Han visto los coreanos, BTS?
Sí, claro.
Was it CNCO?
Yo digo que ellos son como la versión de CNCO, pero en coreano.
No, sí.
They wish. Well. Are we back? Oh, I saw. Sorry, I went off a little tangent there. I got angry for a second. I got angry and upset, but I'm back. I'm back. Everybody refresh. I think we're back if people are still here. Interesting. Did I rant a bit without you? Probably. I kind of went off a little bit of tangent there. And then I noticed my name was popping up in chat. I'm like, oh shit. We thought you'd never notice. I'm sorry, I got upset. I'm sorry, I got upset. I'm refreshing your iPad. Let's see if I can pick it back up again. Okay. Twitch has finally got me. Okay, shit, dude. Yeah, I got a little angry. You like my tangents? Oh, I'm glad somebody does. Go back. I'll go back a little bit. I don't know if I should repeat what I just said, but like, yeah, it's a thing of ego. It's a little upsetting. Yeah. Twitch sensed I was on a tangent. Oh my God, who knows what Twitch sensed? All right, let's go back a little bit and we'll talk about this again. I'll reiterate what I was just saying. I'll take it back a couple seconds. Okay, so there's this group called CNCO. I've never heard of them, but then again, you know, I'm not really big and I don't really know a lot of what's happening in the boy band world. So it's hard for me to comment on their success. So I guess I won't. But what I will comment on is their ego. And obviously they've done zero research in this band. Obviously they've looked at exactly what I was criticizing the labels were doing, which is looking at the trends and looking at like the surface level of what this band is. And yeah, I think we hear it here right from their own mouth, which is such a mistake. And it's just fucking stupid.
NCO, pero en coreano.
No, sí, no me gusta la comparación.
Sí nos gusta mucho lo que hacen.
Nos gusta mucho lo que hacen.
Okay, so somebody says they like what they do. And then I think the host says the lyrics are beautiful, right?
Son lindísimas, ¿verdad?
Sí, sí. Esa letra está escuchando. Sí.
¿Cómo sonaría súbemela? ¿Cómo sonaría en coreano? En coreano, a ver. No sé cómo. A ver, en coreano, mamita en coreano.
Yeah, they have no idea. They've done zero research. They have no idea. They are in their bubble. They play their shows. They think everybody loves them. And they do not see the bigger picture here. I don't know anything about their subject matter or how seriously they take themselves or what they do with music. But if they took themselves serious in even the slightest degree, if they had any sort of integrity in the slightest degree as to this medium that they're trying to push forward, they would not say these things. Just because it's different from what you know, just because the enunciations are different, just because the delivery is in a different language, so it doesn't sound familiar to your ears. That should excite you as a musician. That should excite you as an artist, that you were hearing music captivated in a different way, presented in a completely different way. It excites me, and I don't even release music. That's what's cool about this. And to package it into, and that's what when they say here, Gangnam style, like, okay, you're hearing one thing that's kind of popular in that genre, and then you're jumping on it and be like, okay, it's just this stupid, frivolous, throwaway music, and there's nothing behind it, and there's no integrity, and there's no artistic movement, and there's nothing, and what we're doing is real art. Dude, fuck you. Fuck you. What are they doing? I'm going to start reacting to this band and just start ripping them the fuck apart.
I have a pen, I have an apple.
Like, see, look at that. Why are they, is a Spanish group? Why the fuck are you talking? Why are you speaking in American? Sorry to quote the other group, speaking American. And what it is I think it's just like people's fragile egos. It cannot be challenged. You can't challenge these egos. It'll drive them nuts. They think they're the real deal. But they haven't been in the trenches. They haven't done what BTS has done. And I'm not talking about awards or numbers. They haven't put the time in the trenches. They haven't spent that time in that fucking room in bunk beds. They haven't spent that time in training school. They haven't spent that time starving themselves and working themselves to the bone and not even knowing if there's even a chance that any of this will succeed, and they wasted all this time, and then they have a very minimal shot at a career outside of it at that point. Like, they haven't made these sacrifices. And it should make me angry, and it does to a degree, but overall it just makes me kind of sad.
Things like this not only say a lot about racism and xenophobia in America, but also show that even though BTS are #1 and ARMYs are seen by many as scary, the industry does not respect them, not even enough to pretend they do.
All right, Big Time Rush. BTR.
I have no idea. Butter's great. Oh, Dynamite's there? Yeah. I thought that was a girl.
When One Direction
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, well, hey, man, if you don't know who they are, that's totally fine. It might be outside your radar. You might be working on other stuff, but I guess I don't see a problem with BTR did there. Big Time Rush.
Even though BTS are #1 and ARMYs are seen by many as scary, the industry does not respect them, not even enough to pretend they do.
I mean, the industry is whatever. I mean, artists aren't the industry. The industry is something else outside of the artist. I think we all know that. This is just a showcase of ego. I couldn't name one BTS song. Hey, that's fine. All right, I hold no judgment against you for not knowing who BTS are. They just might not be on your radar. It's cool.
I have no idea.
That's what he's saying. Hey, that's what's terrible or whatever. Like, there's obviously some sort of mutual respect here.
Butter's great.
Butter's great. This guy said Butter's great.
Oh, Dynamite's there?
Yeah.
I thought that was a girl.
When One Direction
Yeah, I have no issue with that little segment there. They just might not be on their radar. They might be doing their own thing. Whatever.
became the most popular boy band, other groups did not try so hard to compete against them. One Direction was not seen as a fluke. Their success was seen as natural and realistic. But when BTS sees an organic growth in popularity, the industry tries to deny it, cries about it, and fails to defeat them.
We are launching X Factor, the band. We're going to try and...
I've seen this. I love this thing. The audacity. I mean, yeah, it's Simon Cowell, but like at the same time, like, no, dude. No.
find either the biggest boy group in the world or the biggest girl group in the world.
You don't have that talent, dude. You're just not going to have it. I'm just saying you can have the most talented dudes in the world all come together, but you're just not going to have what they have because there is 10 years of cultivation under their belt, of growth, of it shown before our eyes, of us growing as people with them, as us maturing with them, as us like connecting with them over the course of a decade, and us seeing them being true to themselves and to their roots every step of the way. That act does not exist. Simon Cowell, you are a fantastic producer. You are a wonderful person who can see music and construct it in ways that is going to sell, but you do not have that ability.
We've done it before. We're going to do it again.
And you do not.
Right now, K-pop, you could argue, is ruling the world. Now, it's time for UK pop.
In the case of the debuts, the new groups just followed the same formula from the previous big boy band, which
Oh no, you just followed the trends and you just see what was popular with some of their like biggest hits and you failed to realize the big impact behind this band? Weird. You tried to take a shortcut and it didn't work.
would have worked in other times, but not in an industry that now has BTS. They really thought that the next big thing was going to be a Western boy band that does not have any spectacular talent, and if they do, they don't show it until they disband and start their solo careers. The industry focused too much on debuting groups that have the One Direction typical sound with guys that seem relatable. They had the budget, but there was no art.
Oh, I love that sentence. I don't think I've ever agreed with Brohas City or Brohas, however you say it, magazine more. But they have the industry, but they do not have the art. With these guys seem relatable. They had the budget, but there was no art. God, that sentence fucking shook me. That is a sentence right there. They have the budget, but there was no art. That's it right there. This whole video is summed up right there in that sentence. They had the budget, but there was no art. There it is, man.
No fashion, no new sound, no big performances, no passion, and no effort. The old boy bands at least tried to deliver the performance aspect, but they couldn't compete against BTS's experience of almost 9 years being fully active in the music industry.
But it's not just even like, I feel like I'm really harping on this like decade of what we've gotten from them, because it's not just the fact that they put the time and the effort in, it's the fact that they constantly came back and one-upped themselves. You know what I mean? Like every single time they came back, like, I'm glad you enjoyed that. Trust me, we'll do better next time. Almost like they were apologizing, saying, we'll try harder, we'll do whatever. They literally one-up themselves, and not by a small degree, by a major degree every single time. That's also left out of the conversation.
As a group, BTS was able to become the biggest Korean act with limited resources, then transcend the K-pop label, then become the most popular group in the world, and now be one of the biggest acts in the industry, competing with the biggest male and female soloists. And who knows, there may be more boy band comebacks, but as Liam Payne from One Direction said, BTS are more focused on their careers than One Direction and these other groups ever were.
That's the thing, dude. Is I haven't even been talking about that, is like the growth, you know, starting from such meager beginnings. And I'm not going to go over that. I think a lot of us already know, so I'm not going to waste anybody's time. But like, there's also that. I think everybody knows that's watching this video later, or it's here with me in chat right now. Like, we get it. You know, we've seen it. Me a little bit less, you know, since I've just discovered this band a little over a year ago. But man, I feel like I missed out, you know, spending the last 10 years with you guys watching this growth. But I'm happy I'm here now, and I'm happy I get to be like in the trenches with you now and see where this goes. But the meager beginnings thing is also a big topic to bring to the conversation.
They can keep trying, but as BTS grows in popularity, it gets harder and harder for mediocre white boy bands to be celebrated in the industry.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that was a good one. Okay, I see why people wanted me to get to that one. Sorry, it took me like 10 months. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, that was a pretty good video. I think they did a good job breaking everything down and kind of showing the difference between what other boy bands do and what they do. It's difficult for me to criticize most of these other boy bands unless they're directly attacking my fucking dudes. But it's difficult for me to criticize them because I don't know much about their music or their artistic integrity. But what I do know is I know they don't have the cultivation that is what BTS is and how it's grown and what it became. And honestly, I really feel like this is an anomaly in this genre. No, genre is the wrong word to use. In this medium of vibrations and sound, they are an anomaly. It's something to be celebrated and something to be studied. And I don't think it's something that can be reproduced. And I don't think it's fair to compare them to any other artist, but I don't think it's also fair to degrade them in any kind of way because they're not the newest trending thing when the newest trending thing comes, because it's something different. It's something special that we all got to enjoy at a certain point in time that I don't know if it will ever happen again. Beautiful video. I agree with a lot of the statements from this video essay, and it was fairly informative. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed watching, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you all soon for another one. Bye now.